Hello everyone, thanks for coming out here today. We really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for your continuous support and thanks for always staying tuned to our channel. Yes, the news we've got today is coming from APC. We all know the crisis that is rocking APC at the moment. Right now, the Director General of the Progressive Governors Forum has given some excuse. He has actually stated the reason behind the crisis within the All Progressive Congress. We'll get all the details in a moment. But before we do, guys, please, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, click on the subscribe button down below and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit on the like button. We really do appreciate you guys. Thank you once again for your continuous support. Right, let's get straight into the main details of the news. APC crisis caused by intolerance, not 2023 presidential ambitions. DG PGF. Director General of the Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, Salihu Lukman, has dismissed claims that the current leadership crisis in the party is as a result of scheming by political gladiators to place themselves in vantage position ahead of the 2023 general elections. Instead, he attributed the wave of crisis in the party to the intolerance of its leaders whose operative disposition is my way or the highway. Lukman, in a personal statement issued on Sunday in Abuja and made available to Vanguard, also chastised the National Working Committee of the party for its inability to convene important party meetings, saying it is now easier to organize a general election in Nigeria than to hold a meeting of the APC's National Executive Committee, NEC. The Forum Director General said he was reacting to a commentary by a certain Peter Opara calling on the APC governors to sack him for doing a cheap hatchet, adding that the task of Director General of the Progressive Governors Forum is separate from the responsibility of being a member of APC. Stating that no one was using him to fight any cause, Lukman said political debates are now reduced to propaganda partly because Nigerians take leadership for granted and expect that people working with leaders must always demonstrate agreement. Once that is the case, leaders limit themselves to recruiting sycophants to work with them, he said. Lukman advocated the need to divorce the politics of 2023 from the current leadership crisis in the party. According to him, as Nigerians, we have the constitutional right to freely express ourselves and by extension also have expectations that should guide who gets elected. Does that explain the leadership crisis in APC, and to what extent does that confirm or otherwise the allegations that those who are against Comrade Oshiomohle are doing it for 2023? Inability to manage disagreements and resolve conflicts bordering on leadership disputes is the center of the crisis in APC. Unfortunately, these are not the issues being debated. What is being debated is about the personalities in the conflict and who is supporting who. It is not about the details of the disagreement. We may succeed to come to agreement about who should occupy the positions, but would that prevent a situation whereby organs of the party will not meet, such that vacancies will emerge and proper processes of refilling the vacancies will not be followed? Partly to blackmail those of criticizing Comrade Oshiomohle, all those alleged to have been opposed to him are being accused of nursing or supporting ambition for 2023. Forced as it is, to avoid falling into the pit being dug to produce intolerant leaders, party leaders and members should not be defensive about their positions. They should be able to ask, since Comrade Oshiomohle is a threat to the ambition of those opposed to him, it means that there is someone he supports. Who is that person and what does the person represent? Is Comrade Oshiomohle's leadership attributes representative of the orientation of the person Comrade Oshiomohle is supporting? We must now allow the debate to be reduced to a simple strategy to conquer and subjugate opponents. The danger here is not that Comrade Oshiomohle may succeed in defeating his opponent, but that if it is the part of the strategy to promote a particular person to emerge as President Buhari's successor in 2023, for instance, based on Comrade Oshiomohle's style of leadership, it then means that there is a very high possibility that such a post-President Buhari successor will be closer, if not worse than President Obasanjo, model of garrison leadership. Is it that type of president we want? He queried, berating Oshiomohle for re-engineering on his campaign promises to re-engineer the party by activating all its organs. Lukman lamented that it has now become easier to organize a general election in Nigeria than hold a NEC meeting of the party. He said, just as an illustration, it would be useful to recall one aspect of Oshiomohle's vision statement, which commits him to promote internal party democracy. We will ensure that all organs of the party regularly meet as stipulated by the party's constitution. For instance, Article 25 of the APC's constitution provides that National Convention of the party shall be held once in 2 years, National Executive Committee (NEC) every quarter, and National Working Committee once every month. What did we experience since his emergence as national chairman in June 2018? The party's NEC, which should have met every 3 months, was unable to meet for about 15 months between August 2018 and November 2019. In between, the position of Deputy National Chairman South and National Secretary, amongst others, became vacant. To fill those vacancies, a minimum of zonal consensus was required, which should be ratified by NEC. Instead, it was only in March 2020, when the court granted an injunction against Comrade Oshiomohle, that the National Working Committee announced appointments into these vacant positions. This led to more disagreement based on the question of whether the National Working Committee has powers to make those appointments or not. We need to recognize and appreciate that in APC, sycophancy has weakened the capacity of our leaders to convene meetings of organs. It is easier to hold general elections in Nigeria today than for APC to hold NEC meetings. APC national conventions would appear to only take place when the tenure of leaders expires after 4 years. Notwithstanding the fact that APC constitution also make provision for midterm convention after 2 years. We are supposed to have board of trustees, and 7 years after the emergence of APC, it is yet to be inaugurated. In truth, one can argue that part of the functions of APC leaders, especially members of the National Working Committee, is to undermine the APC constitution and be able to mobilize APC members and other Nigerians to defend such actions. Somehow, these issues are being ignored in the whole assessment of problems of the party. Yet, when party leaders are criticized for these infractions, it is being translated to mean agenda for 2023. Rather than therefore allow distractions based on highlighting issues of contractual relationship that has no bearing on the challenges, the focus should be on problems of intolerance, which is the source of the leadership crisis in APC. In terms of how it manifests in APC, it is twofold. The first is what it is that should be done to ensure that the APC is able to democratize itself and based on its democratic precedents produce the kind of leaders Nigerians are looking for. The second issue is how can we support APC leaders to reorient themselves in the direction of democratizing the party to produce the kind of leaders Nigerians want. The first border on the details of the current leadership crisis in APC. The second, really about challenging our leaders to be much more tolerant and honestly engage the issues. It is not about scheming to dominate. If it is about scheming, then no need to expect internal democracy in our parties, and we should be ready to accept all the crude practice of manipulating and producing fictitious membership register just ahead of the party primary. Once we encourage our leaders to be intolerant, we just be ready for every non-democratic requirement to be undermined. In short, the problem of intolerance is the fundamental leadership challenge in Nigerian politics. given all the leadership problems of APC at the moment, and against the overriding consideration of producing the type of tolerant leaders who should live in the present with one eye on the future, as well as the right brain and left brain through democratic process. The first requirement is for APC to ensure that all organs of the party are made functional and they accommodate as all shades of options of members, he added. So guys, that's the news reaching us at the moment. Please leave your take, leave your comment down below in the comment section. We'd really love to hear from you. If you haven't yet subscribed, click on the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit on the like button. Till I come your way again with more updates, it's bye for now and God bless.